Hey, welcome to the Gamer's Kitchen, the show where I take food found in gaming's many worlds and bring them to you in the real world. My name's Eric, gamer, an eater of edibles, masticator of munchies, and ganker of gastronomic goodies. Welcome to the Gamer's Kitchen. The World of Warcraft. Many have tread the lands of Azeroth. A few have even perished because they forgot to eat and drink. This recipe is not for them, because they're dead. For you, intrepid adventurers still with us, I bring you a recipe from the dwarves themselves. Basted Boar Ribs. Early in your quest to become the Gordon Ramsays of Azeroth, this recipe is sure to delight even the most pretentious of blood elves. Prepare your T4 apron of not burning stuff, and ignore the in-game recipe only needing boar, ribs, and beer. I took a couple liberties, okay? Alright, so it looks like we got our onions and our garlic and our ginger going here pretty good. They look nice and soft, if you can tell there. They got a nice sheen to them, which is what you're looking for. So now you want to add all your dry ingredients except for your brown sugar. Now we got our 2 tablespoons of cayenne pepper. We got our 1 tablespoon of chili powder. And we got our 1 tablespoon of paprika. Go ahead and mix this stuff all nice and you'll start to get yourself a nice good color to it. I don't have a pot big enough or a pan big enough to hold all my wet ingredients in while I'm doing this. So quickly I'm going to do the magic of editing and camera work, and this onion here is going to be transferred into a nice 4-quart saucepan. It's movie magic, people, movie magic. Now you can add your last dry ingredient, your brown sugar. Got our 2 tablespoons of liquid smoke. It's going to go in there. Have our 6 tablespoons of soy sauce. Going to go in there just like that. Everything's going to start to roar. It's going to sound delicious. Now the tricky part, molasses. Going to pour it out nice and slowly. Of course, you can grab yourself a little spoon. Help it out a little bit. Nothing wrong with that. It's good enough for me. Is it good enough for you? Take our tomato paste, 1 small can. I think they are about 6 ounces. We're going to add our 6-ounce can of pineapple juice. And now it probably would be a good idea to give it a little stir, since you're starting to get a lot of liquid going on in there. You don't want your onions to burn to the bottom of the pan if you're doing it like I am. Now we're going to take America's favorite condiment, the ketchup. Now you need a lot of this. It's pretty much the base of your sauce. Squeeze it on in there. In fact, I'm taking this lid off. We're just going to dump it in there like that. Now if you feel the need to be a little bit miserly and you want to get all the ketchup out that you can, what you can do is just throw a little bit of white vinegar in there, shake up the bottle a little bit, and that'll help you break the stuff loose from the side of the bottle. I am not that miserly, and I'm not going to worry about it. I got a show to do. This, of course. Okay, now everybody's favorite part, the beer. Just go ahead and dump it right in there. It's going to bubble up a little bit on you. And since I haven't tried this beer yet, I'm going to save a little bit of a taste for myself. Now, give everything a good little stir. Alright, now once you got all your wet ingredients in there, all you're going to do is bring this up to a boil. As soon as it starts boiling, bubbling, you want to turn it down to, most people have the little numbers on their stove, turn it down to about a 2, and you're going to let it simmer for a good 20 minutes, get all those flavors to melt together, make it even more delicious. Alright, now we're just going to season these real good right here. I got some coarse ground salt. We're going to sprinkle it over the top of these, like so. Very sprinkly. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. And then, of course, we got some pepper. Very basic, just black pepper. Give it a good coating. Now, if you think that's good, that's fine. I'm going to flip them over and get the other side too. Just makes it more delicious that way. Right now I would insert something funny, but I really can't think of anything, so I'm just going to let you watch me handle this meat. Now, like I said, we're going to do this low and slow. For about the first 2 hours, you just stick your ribs in the oven, let them cook. Don't add any of the beer yet. What's going to happen is the fat on the ribs are going to caramelize a little bit. It'll give it a nice, good coating. It'll hold the juices inside. So basically, for the next 2 hours, go and play some Super Smash Brothers. Go play some World of Warcraft. Go play Halo. I don't know. Do something. Alright, so put my ribs in about 2 hours ago. They are looking mighty delicious. I already checked on them. Now if you notice, I'm wearing an oven mitt. Unless you have balls of steel, I recommend using one. Now we're going to start our basting period. Over the course of the next 2 hours, about every half hour, what you're going to want to do is obviously open up your oven and pull your nice delicious ribs out. Oh man, those things look delicious too. Now, just get your beer, and since we're doing it, we're going to do it about 4 times. You know, try to use about a quarter of your beer, and just give them a nice, delicious pour, just right over the top. You hear that little bit of sizzle. Everything's going to be super, super delicious. Should do that again since your phone. Well, I don't really want to pour the beer over it again. We'll be all right. All you got to do is, you know, push your ribs back in the oven. Set your timer for 30 minutes. And you'll be good to go. What you're going to want to do is set about 2 cups of your barbecue sauce aside to finish the ribs. Take the remainder, go ahead and open up your oven and pull the rack out. And you can see these bad boys. Oh man, they look so tasty. So delicious. Then you grab your barbecue sauce here and just start coating. Get all that good stuff all the way around. Oh man, that's just going to be so tasty. All the good chunks going in there. It's going to be a lot of liquid. You definitely don't want to use any more of this because it's just going to be fat. The flavor's not going to be real good, but all this barbecue sauce is going to bake in. So, you know, stick your ribs back in here. And you give it about another good half hour. And by that time, you're going to have some tasty ribs.
Will you please give us a testimonial about the ribs? The ribs are just way good. Oh God. Oh God.